Now, Deputy Minister Designate for Defense NSER Brogya Genfi has admitted that his allegation against the NPP regarding the training of Delta Force militia before the 2024 election was baseless. In November 2024, Brogya Genfi claimed in a Facebook post that the NPP was training over 100 Delta Force members at the Bundase military training camp in Accra. However, when confronted with his past remarks during his vetting, he acknowledged that he had no evidence to support the claim.
The Appointments Committee of Parliament on Friday continued its vetting of deputy ministerial nominees. Among those appearing before the committee was Deputy Minister Designate for Defense, Ministerial Brogya Genfi. During the session, he was questioned about his past statements, including his allegations against the NPP ahead of the 2024 elections. When pressed for evidence, Brogya Genfi admitted that his claims about the NPP training Delta Force militants lacked any factual basis.
Having come to terms with the fact that indeed you did not validate the information, neither did you verify same, what have you to say to the people of Ghana in respect of that discretion you exercise?
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Mr. Chairman, we all operate in this space and we are all humans. We may get it wrong sometimes. And so, even though I did not pursue the matter again or have any rebuttals, once I did not have physical evidence of NPP Delta Force Vigilantes training at the Bundase. I think that going forward, we need to cross-check and recheck information before we put it out.
Also appearing before the committee was the Deputy Minister Designate for Local Government, Chieftaincy and Religious Affairs, who pledged to enhance the digitalization of revenue collection within district assemblies.
We have to generate revenue to be able to support the local area. And so one area I would critically support my minister on is the need for digitization of revenue mobilization in the assemblies, so that we'll be able to ensure that we collaborate with other agencies to ensure that the local assemblies run very well.
Meanwhile, the Deputy Minister Designate for Works, Housing and Water Resources, Gisela Tete, outlined strategies to curb urban flooding during her vetting.
There are so many built-up areas in the country. Nowadays, when we even build our houses, we don't want to even leave much grass unless you have a larger space. You pave it, and the water always finds its level. It will run off somewhere, and it will have to be collected somewhere. So I think that we have to have a relook and a rethink at some of these things that we actually do. When they say little drops of water make a mighty ocean, it is a similar thing. Little interventions that everybody paves their little square, putting it together as a composite. There's too much runoff, and so water is not. And then also there's been a lot of building in areas which should have been reserved. For example, the wetlands, they act as a natural basin to hold excessive water and then slowly percolate into the ground. Even the wetlands are being built on.
The Appointments Committee has now successfully completed the vetting of all the 13 deputy ministerial nominees. The committee is now expected to next week present its report to plenary for the consideration of the House. From Parliament House here in Accra, Charles Osukumi for Channel One News.